Hi, Zelda here. I thought I would come back and do another short demo for you on a custom GPT that I've built that can eventually be added to a website. It can go on WhatsApp, it can go on Google Chat, it can basically go on any platform that you want. And what I've done is I've created my own custom GPT, which you need to have ChatGPT Plus for. And I've created a tool that sits behind that GPT that links to the GPT. So what it does is it basically calls that tool every time it needs to do something. So I guess another way of explaining it is if you imagine the GPT as a person, then what you're asking when you have a person has skills, and the tools that I'm talking about are like skills. So when you create your GPT, you have to give it skills, which are the tools. So the tool that I've created in this instance is an aggregated news story tool. So it will scan all of the news articles across the world, specifically looking for financial services, banking and hiring trends, or hiring news stories in London. So very specific. And this is for a PR company to help them with their research. So I can show you a bit behind the scenes, maybe that's interesting. So we've got the name here, we've got a little DALL-E generated image, we've got a description of what the assistant does, and we have a prompt. So I'm not going to walk through this whole prompt, but if you are familiar with my articles, you might remember me talking about the 5 prompting styles, and that prompt follows that process. So I've added a couple of conversation starters, which are basically little buttons on the screen that allow you to click something to have start a quick conversation with the GPT. I've enabled web search, and here is my tool that I've created. So we've got API key, here's the schema for it. This is how it all works in the background, which you don't need to worry about. So so you can just go ahead and just click on any of these buttons really. It will ask you to confirm, and this is saying, please can I talk to the tool that you've given me, and obviously we want that to happen. So it's only going to bring back 3 articles because I've limited it to 3. Now the reason for this is it costs money to write a prompt, so the length of your prompt that you give it costs money, and the output that it produces once that prompt runs also costs money. So in order to do this on a shoestring budget, I'm just letting it do 3 results so that it doesn't put me into the red in my account. Okay, so here we've got 3 different websites, all related to hiring in those 2 sectors within London, which is good. I mean, we could potentially go a bit more specific. Let's see. Show me articles on which companies have hired people this past week. Let's see what that brings up. It's going to ask me to confirm again in a second. So there are no specific articles about that, okay. What about in the last month? Let's see. This is going well. Yes, okay, let's do that. It's asking me to refine further by focusing on announcements by prominent banks or financial firms. So let's see if that brings up anything. Okay, so I took a little break and worked in the background to find a question that it was giving me a suitable answer to give you a demonstration. And I asked it, what is in the recent news around hiring in London? And this is what it came up with. So again, it's got 3 search results. It could be 10 search results. It's whatever you want it to be, really. But just to give you an understanding of how this works, you've got the buttons that you can click on. You can ask it questions, and provided there's information out there, it will bring up the answers that you're looking for. So there's a little bit of a behind the scenes look at how that works, and I personally think this is going to be really useful for all PR firms out there, and probably lots of other types of firms too. So if you can see a use case for it, feel free to ping me and let me know what industry you think it would apply to, and then maybe we can have a chat about it. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching.